Hey guys, and welcome to episode 18 of the Entirely X Gaming Podcast. I'm your Fortnite addicted host, Mike Spindler. Gamertag is XIMIK392IX. And with me I have the most experienced Androth hunter ever, Ben Frampton.
As in, we've killed 2 ever. So,
Yeah.
hey guys, my gamer tag anyway is Nareem.
And last but not least, we have the host who is the king of the wasteland so far, Tyler Spindler.
Hey, it's the Commonwealth. That's what I am the king of.
What's
up, guys? Gamertags XI, Tidal Wave, IX.
And to kick off this week's show, we're going to start back with Gadget Time.
Whoa, it's Gadget Time, it's Gadget Time. Won't you come see these gadgets of mine?
I can't believe you do it every time.
Every time. That's a thing.
All right, Tyler, what do you
Yes.
got for us this week?
So, this week, I got a new controller. You guys remember my sad story from last week, I believe it was?
Sad for you, hilarious for
Yeah,
me, but-
yeah, sad for
Yeah.
me. Well, I got one of the controllers. Actually, I got one of the controllers last Saturday before we started recording, and on Tuesday I got my Sea of Thieves controller.
Bum, bum, bum.
So, it is beautiful. I love it. And I'm not gonna use it. It's only for looking right now.
Right
and
now? Surely
yeah.
when you get the game, you have to play the
Yes.
game with
Yeah.
the controller.
that is the one time I'm going to be using it is when I am playing Sea of Thieves. So, yeah.
I mean, I'm
Where-
going to have to play a lot of that game, so...
Yeah, you are. So
Yep.
I will join you on that. But I will be ordering the still debating which stand I'm gonna order.
Super duper expensive one.
Yeah, maybe I don't know.
Did you hear the enthusiasm there, Mike?
I don't know if I don't see it being worth me spending $50 to only use the controller while I'm playing Sea of Thieves. So
Lies.
Uh,
So worth it.
so
Where
I'll
would
make
you
it
rank
a-
the controller? Out of all of the million controllers that we own, where would you put this one?
Ooh, this one's more of the prettier ones that we have. So I'd rank it up there. I think my favorite one has to be, well, my favorite two actually. I can't choose which one I like. Are the Gears of War 4 ones?
Yep. Those are good.
Yeah, the blue and the red one. Now if I had the Gears of War Elite controller, that would be my number one, and nothing would come close to that. But I don't have that one, which is sad. But no, the Sea of Thieves one it's up there. I thought
Purchase, no purchase?
if you're into collecting controllers and you're looking forward to Sea of Thieves, then yes, I would say.
It's a very, very specific category for people.
I mean, I don't know. It's
If
I
you
feel
were
like-
into Sea of Thieves, if you're into the pirate sort of thing, and
Yeah,
you
then
don't have
do
a
it.
controller or you have a need for a controller,
yeah. It's just I feel like the controller's too pretty to just use as an everyday thing.
Yeah, I would agree with that. I probably won't use mine at all. Mine will just be displayed.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, like, yes, purchase it if you are a collector. If not, maybe purchase it if you're into Sea of Thieves. If not,
Yeah.
then I wouldn't recommend
Give
it.
it a
I mean,
pass.
it's on sale at Microsoft.com for what, $65 or whatever,
$65. Yes.
and it's normally a $75 controller.
Yep.
So, maybe not. But I enjoy it. So, don't
Well,
let-
look at that.
yeah. So if
Well.
you're going off of what I say, then
God
buy
help
it.
you.
God
as
help
well
you.
just
But
buy it.
If
Screw
you're
it.
listening to Tyler, help you.
yeah,
Ugh.
yeah, no, do whatever you need to do. So
Okay, so let's move on to a little something extra. And this week I got something that I wanted to ask you guys of how you pick the next game you're going to play. You know, do you judge it basically like solely based on single player, multiplayer games, or is it just straight up the achievement list that you only care about? And, you know, how do you how do games compete on this ever growing list of games to play? Do you guys stick with certain genres, certain franchises, like you don't jump into new IPs, or do you just jump on what's hot, like Fortnite or PUBG? So I'm gonna open it up to you guys. Benny, how do you go through this dilemma of picking what to play?
I suppose it comes into two categories. One is games that have been out for a while that I've got in my list and deciding which one I'm going to play next. And then I've got the other category, which is games that have just come out and whether I'm going to play them or not.
So how do you decide what is on that list?
So, for example, games that have just come out. For me, it comes down to certain genres have different criteria. So, for myself, I'll take a basic example from one of the questions you asked. You asked, how do I choose, do I base it on single player or multiplayer? Now, I was thinking about this, and the first thing I do with an FPS game is think about the multiplayer experience.
Right.
Now, it's got to the point now where that completely overshadows the single player for me. It can be a non-existent single player. It can be a 5-hour. It's not particularly exciting single player, but if the multiplayer is amazing, I'll probably get involved.
Right.
So when I think of this, I think of the Battlefield games. I think of the Titanfall games. I think of things like that, and none of those I would say had campaigns that completely blew me away. I did enjoy the Battlefield campaigns. But it's the multiplayer that makes those games. It's always been the multiplayer.
Always will.
Yeah. So for FPS, that's what makes me decide. For a fantasy RPG game, or just an RPG in general, it's got to be storyline. It's got to be the single player.
Right.
I mean, that's always going to be the way it is with RPGs, because that's basically like 99% of their gameplay.
Yeah.
I mean, Mass Effect dabbles with multiplayer, shall we say? But,
yeah, we'll go with dabble. Rest in peace, Mass Effect.
Dabble.
Yeah. Needs a 12 gun salute for that. But yeah, so no, depending on the genre of game, I think I choose for different reasons. I do get drawn in by what people are talking about.
Okay.
So I do find myself edging towards the Fortnite area of the map, and I played that before.
I'm getting excited.
I know. Like it was fun when we played. The problem I have is partially internet connection, which sucks.
Yeah.
Yep.
And on the other side of things, I have a severe dislike for the fact that game has 0 achievements and is just...
It hurts me, but... Yeah, I would agree. If there were achievements, I don't think I'd be playing anything else right now.
Yeah, I could see that. I mean, I don't know what they put in, but it's just a bit...
I don't care what they put in. If there was just things to go for.
You'll care if it's all like get to top rank by getting like 5,000 chicken dinners or something like that. That would be...
That's no problem for me.
That would be gross.
That would be rough. And it is a problem for you. I just heard you talking about how you suck.
Hey, no, we'll get to that. No,
second place is first loser.
Oh man. We'll get into the Fortnite stuff.
But yeah,
in a second.
I mean, I'll pass it on to Tyler. I'll let him talk for a little bit.
Real quick, you did skip over one thing. Do you ever pick a game just strictly off the achievement list that you see? Do you ever just go for that? Or is that only in the case of just Gamerscore?
Yes, but that's just the Gamerscore games. Like, I don't choose them as a game I intend to fully enjoy.
Okay.
You know, it's something I'll play through, get the 1,000, and then be done with. It will be deleted off my hard drive. It will never make an appearance ever again.
I have plenty of those.
Yes. Yeah. I think we all do.
King of those.
Yeah, I would say so.
How about you, Tay-Tay?
Well, I'll play really any game. Like, you guys know that. But there are some games where it will draw me in whether it's, for the single player or the multiplayer. I know for multiplayer, like games like Titanfall, that drew me in. Like, I jumped into Titanfall. I went to the midnight release of it. I was just like, this game's going to be great, and played that one. The second one came out, jumped into that one. I mean, that one was more single player focused, but still, like that's why I bought Titanfall 2, was because they were like, hey, it now has a single player mode, and it's got this story campaign. So it was
better
like,
story.
Yeah. So like that's why I jumped into Titanfall 2, was because of the single player, but I jumped into Titanfall 1 because of the multiplayer.
Right.
So I'll jump into a game regardless of single player or multiplayer. It just either the single player or the multiplayer, they need to look appealing to me. So
Right.
And I mean, I might jump into games. Well, I say might, but no, I do jump into games only for achievements. I mean, over the past weeks, how many games have I listed off that were, games that I did in, 45 minutes or 10 minutes or whatever.
Right.
So, like, I mean, look at Fallout 3 for the PC. That was 72 or 62 or 72, I forget.
72 achievements.
72 achievements, and all I had to do was sit there and type. That was it.
Yeah.
Like, that's the only
So you're
reason.
only there for the achievements.
I was only there for the achievements. But, I mean, there are some games where I'll go in there, or I'll buy the game and I'll play it only for the achievements, but I'll end up liking the game. So
I've had a couple of those.
Yeah, so after
the question becomes then, what is the category for a game, or what is the area of a game that will get you to instantly be like, right, I'm going to play that? What do they have to do? What do they have to show you? Because there's got to be a part of it that always gets you interested.
Usually the part that will always get me interested in a game is how it looks. Like the graphics of it.
Yeah. This is partially similar to what I would say, actually.
Yeah.
A lot of the time, what draws me in is the stunning visuals, This is why the Battlefield games got me so hard.
Yeah.
So I agree with Tyler on that one. But I would also add a little caveat that, like, if a game has a really cool feature that I've not seen before, that draws me in.
Which, one of those games, I have a game for you, Benny, that was a game. I went into it, Mike went into it for the achievements. He might, I don't know if he's thinking of the same one I am, but it was AER, right? I think that was... Oh. Yeah.
Yeah.
There was a flying mechanic in that game.
Yeah, we talked about it a couple weeks ago.
The flying mechanic in that game, I have never seen that in any other game.
I mean, not.
No, like, because basically you...
Transforming, like, I mean...
Like, it was...
Yeah, there's probably a couple others out there, but it did feel nice.
It did. Like you could just hit A, or whatever it was to transform. I think it was a Y. Okay. Then you could fly around, and you could seamlessly transform back into a human as you're still flying, but you turn into a free fall. And then
it was pretty cool.
Then you could change back into a bird and be like, okay, I'm flying again. It was just a really cool thing, and I was just like, I like this. This is neat. So sometimes I'll, for achievement games, I'll end up changing how I play, or like why I played that game. Like at first it started out, I only played it for the achievements, but then I'll play it because it
evolves into something else.
Yeah, like it evolves into like, oh, I like the mechanics. Oh, I like the story. I mean, I did the same thing with Gone Home. Like, I liked the story in that one. I know Mike hated the controls and all that, but I liked the story of it.
Mainly everything.
Yeah. I liked the story of it, so that's why I had no problem going back and getting the other achievements for it.
Right.
So, I mean, I'll play any games, really. It doesn't really matter what it is.
I suppose then we should round up to Mike and ask him
Yeah.
the questions that he's asked
Well,
us.
all right.
Yeah. What do
The
you
hot
got,
seat
Mike?
has turned. So my constant struggle is always picking what game to play next. And I generally base mine of how I get the gamer score and the most gamer score I can get. But, when I have quick little games that I play in rapid succession that are just easy, I always want to have just a fallback game. And usually that goes down to like a single player game where I can just, after I play really crappy games, just jump in, go around, racing, fighting, shooting, anything, just to get away from the bad, crappy games. So I'll always have that in my back pocket and always kind of going.
Yeah.
But the constant flow of achievement games is really what drives me to play something next. And for genres, it doesn't matter. I'll pretty much play anything.
Yeah.
I'll also try out any new franchise. I won't stick to one or two franchises.
No.
I mean, I try out things that I haven't played before, but let's
Yeah,
say
yeah.
if there's a new Gears game that comes out, and I know you guys love the Gears games,
Yes.
Yep.
but it's a franchise that I can't get myself involved with. It's just
Yeah.
3PS has never been very fun for me. It's been hard for me to understand the appeal compared to first person, and it's been a bit
insane.
sort of
You're mentally
yeah.
insane.
the whole running into cover and shooting over it thing. I get what it is, but it just does my head in sometimes. If someone is able to shoot me, then likelihood is I should be able to shoot them.
Yes.
I don't want all this crazy hiding behind a wall with a shotgun.
Yeah.
Gotta get good.
I'm plenty good. I'm just not asked.
Actually, Ben, when you brought up how you won't play Gears of War because you can't get into it, actually, one of the franchises that I couldn't get into at first before I started playing the game was actually Fallout. Back when Fallout 3 was a thing, I was sitting there, I was watching our younger brother play it, and I was just like, I don't think I can ever get into this game. I started playing it, and I got sucked into it. And I was just like, oh, wow, this is actually a good game. So...
Is it?
Yes.
Is it though?
Fallout 3 was a good game. And then when Fallout 4 came, and then you guys made that challenge for me, I am enjoying still playing that. So there are some franchises that, I stayed away from, and then I was just like, I saw someone playing it, and then I was just like, oh, I kind of want to check this
I'll
out.
go over here and check it out.
Yeah.
You know what? I think this is something that we could say though. It's like, do you have a franchise, each of you, that you've been pushed into almost? That you've
Pushed into.
So for me, I've had a couple of things that I've played, and I'll say right now that a couple of the franchises that I've been not forced to play, but one of them I played because of a dare. Would you believe?
Okay.
I was not going to play any Assassin's Creed game. Ever.
Really?
Yeah.
Really?
And then I had someone dare me to play them, and I've played most of them. I haven't played a couple of them. I missed the American Civil War one or whatever it was, and I missed the Black Flag.
Yep.
But all the rest I pretty much played.
Okay.
And I still don't like that franchise. I keep trying to like it.
Yeah.
It's not my thing. And then I've played Gears of War 1 and 2. I've played a few others as well. But then there's other things, so I don't know who it was that told me that I should try The Witcher. But that franchise just blew me away. And I had no idea about it as well. I'd not played The Witcher 2, I'd not played The Witcher 1. It came out of nowhere. It was Randy Orton. So,
Shout out.
Yeah.
Okay.
Hashtag. But yeah. It's have you guys got a franchise like that you've been told to play, or you've played because someone dared you or challenged you? Have you? Yeah.
Mine would be probably Call of Duty. Probably Call of Duty for sure.
Okay.
I never really liked it a lot, and then all my friends were just playing the multiplayer. And back in the Modern Warfare 2 era,
Yep.
that's when I got into the multiplayer. I was just playing with friends just because everyone was playing it.
Mm-hmm.
So, yeah, we'll go with that. I also it wasn't a franchise. It was a specific game that never got turned into a franchise. Thanks, Disney. It was Pure. It was a racing game.
Oh.
ATV. Yeah.
I remember that game.
At first, one of my friends was like raving about it. I just wanted nothing to do with it. Then I got sick when I was in school and played it, and I could not put the game down.
Oh, I remember that game.
Yeah, that was good fun.
Yeah. I think the one franchise that, for me at least, that someone's, I guess, forced on me, it is actually Fallout. As weird as that sounds. Like I said, I know I bought Fallout 4, but I was just like, okay, yeah, I can play this whenever I want. And then you guys were just like, no, hey, we're going to do this as your challenge. And then, I played it, and I appreciate that you guys forced me to play it, because I actually like it.
You hear that, Mike? Appreciates.
I do. I do
You know what
appreciate
you gotta
it.
do. You know what you gotta do, Mike.
So
yeah, I'll get to it.
yeah, you gotta get on your little challenge there, Mikey.
I will. I gotta knock off a couple other games off my list, and then I will.
Yeah.
But just to round off this segment, I want to just go with picking the genre.
Okay.
That's never an issue for me. Franchises, like I already stated, I don't care. Buy everything. So for me, again, achievements, they drive everything. I sit there, I read the achievements, I look at if they're obtainable. That's the biggest thing for me. If a game doesn't have has an unobtainable achievement, I won't touch it. That's just not for me. I don't want it.
Do you find that when you read the achievements, it spoils things in storylines?
Never. Not once.
Well,
Really?
usually the storyline achievements are secret.
Yeah, usually they're
but,
secret. And then,
he's going to be reading them on true achievements, isn't he? So
Yeah.
yeah, no, I do. But usually it'll have like story or multiplayer attached to it.
Mm-hmm.
If it says story, then I know
Yeah.
I don't have to worry about missing it. That'll be something I get.
Okay.
And after years of surfing true achievements, you'll be able to figure out,
Like
kill this boss. Spoiler with that boss. And
it would be a
you'll be
cool
able to figure
feature
out
for
which ones
TA
are them.
to put in, to be able to filter out anything that's story related, because they've got
That's
that.
story related. Yeah.
They've got that bracket option, so it's already in there that you can put it as a story related achievement
story.
that you cannot miss.
Yeah.
Or to be able to cut out any unmissable ones, so that you're going to get them if you finish the game.
Right.
You don't want to have things spoiled for you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then, so I use true achievements quite a lot. I also use streamers just to see, like, when PUBG was becoming a thing, Fortnite. What is this? So I would just go on and watch people play it and make my decision based off of that.
Mm-hmm.
So going out there, reading, doing research, seeing what the game looks like. I don't really care what games look like that much.
Mm-hmm.
I care about gameplay. Gameplay is king, and it will always be king to me. If you have 10 frames a second, I don't care. It's unplayable. Give me 60
gross.
frames a second. Yeah,
That's gross.
That's what I want. It has to play well. I cannot play crappy games like that.
Okay.
I'll play them if they're easy thousands, but
Yeah, but okay.
that's a different thing. If it's just for playing multiplayer with friends and it's got real crap like PUBG, real crap frame rate, real crap controls, I'll just drop it.
Okay.
Just for something better.
Okay.
Not that you're biased against PUBG.
No. So yours is, I'm sorry, yours was genre or achievements that
I
make you
think
play those games?
Mike's is gameplay.
Achievements.
Gameplay, okay.
Gameplay
Ben,
and achievements. Mine's
Yep.
What's yours?
depends on the genre.
Okay. I thought of another one for myself. All right. And that would be the story. All right. Of the game.
Yeah.
Okay. And I'm not talking about the main story of the game because when you're trying to figure out a game you're going to play, you don't know anything about the story. You're going to learn that while you're playing it. What I'm talking about is DLC story.
Yeah.
Okay. Because, and this is my little segue into what we've been playing.
Oh, fancy.
I know.
Oh,
Fancy. Look at
shots.
that. I have been playing the Little Nightmares DLC that recently came out.
Yeah. That was out this week, right?
That was out this week.
Earlier this week. Yep.
It was actually my girlfriend Christy. She was just like, "Hey, Ty, the new DLC for Little Nightmares came out. Can we get it? Can we play it?" I was just like, "Of course." So, went home, bought it. We played it. And I won't say anything because it is still new. So I can't spoil
it's a couple
anything.
days old,
but,
so don't spoil anything.
But story, oh my god, how
Kicks you in the feels.
Oh my god, it kicks you so hard if you like that game. If you like Little Nightmares, this DLC will kick you so hard in the nads. And I was just like,
if you don't have nads.
If you don't have nads, then it's gonna kick you right in the front butt. Oh my gosh, it was so good. Like that is one like thing that will always bring me back to a game or help me choose a game is if there's new DLC and it's story DLC. Not many games have story DLCs to them.
Or if they do, they don't add achievements.
Yeah. I mean, Fallout 4, which is another game I've been playing, that one has DLC that has stories to it.
Now I'm gonna force this topic now because I've been excited
boy.
to talk about this since I finished that game, and that was over a year ago.
Yeah.
Something stupid that I finished that game quite early after release, I think.
Okay.
I need to talk about these endings now. Spoiler alert. We are going to
Spoilers.
talk about Fallout 4 endings.
Yes.
Skip ahead, I don't know, 15, 20 minutes or whatever
Yeah.
it is.
Something like that, because...
Oh my god, 20 minutes?
10 minutes maybe. Because...
There's philosophical debate to be had here, Mike. Right, Tyler.
all right.
You have done the Brotherhood of Steel ending, right?
Yes, I have done the Brotherhood of Steel ending, and I have done the Minutemen ending for Fallout 4.
Have you done the... help me out here. The robot people.
The Institute?
Yes, have you done the Institute ending?
No, I am currently working on the Railroads ending.
Right.
So that's what I'm working on.
We'll talk Brotherhood of Steel. So, are you pro or are you against or for robot people?
See, that's the whole problem in this game with when you side with the Brotherhood of Steel. The Brotherhood of Steel is extremely... is racist the right word?
Yeah.
Like
racist.
they are...
Yeah, it's a race. Yeah, why not?
Yeah. Like they are so against anything that is not human, anything that has a mind of its own but it's not human. They hate it. They hate synths. They hate super mutants. They hate ghouls. I mean, ghouls are monsters, but they hate anything that isn't human. And when I was sitting there playing, and my girlfriend just goes, "I don't like the Brotherhood of Steel."
Yeah.
And I'm just like,
everyone
why?
has that moment, don't they, where they sit there and they go, you know what? These guys are dicks.
Like, when you're sitting there talking to Elder Maxon, I'm just sitting there, I'm just like, this guy is kind of like a little mini Hitler almost.
Yeah.
Like, he's like, go out and kill everything. If it's not human, kill it. I don't care.
The thing is, though, in that organization, there are good Brotherhood of Steel people.
It
makes it really difficult. But the reason that we're talking about this, Mike, is that there's a point right near the end of the Brotherhood of Steel ending.
Mm-hmm.
So you go in and you kick the crap out of the Institute.
Yes.
And you've gone in earlier and there's been this little robot child.
Yes.
You go in and you see a child playing with a toy.
Yep.
And you get told that it's your son that you've been looking for the whole game.
Yes. When I first saw it, I was just like, "Oh my gosh, it's it's him, it's Sean. Oh my god, yes.
So you go in, you see this guy, and then later someone tells you that that's a synth and that it's been made and it's not your son.
Yes.
Now, this is where it gets complicated. Because it's a synth that's telling you that it's a synth.
Yes.
And also, you then, after you kick the crap out of the Institute with the Brotherhood of Steel, you go in, and there's a bit where you meet a character, and it's a child, and it's like, I'm your son, Sean.
Yeah.
And this was the point at which my mind just went, like... I was like, holy crap, is it my son or is it not my son?
So the way I followed it was when you first get into the Institute and you see that little boy and you're like, oh my god, it's Sean. And then, you know, father, the person who runs the Institute, walks in and he's just like, he says some stupid code and then the kid shuts down, and right then and there it's like, oh no, the kid's actually a synth. So...
But is he?
But is he?
Oh.
But is he? So that's the thing. It's just like, I'm assuming, yes, that child is a synth because, Mike, do you want to take a random guess as to what extreme twist they could throw at you? Okay, you just meet this kid who is, when you meet him, you're like, Sean, it's me, I'm your dad. And the kid starts freaking out. He's going, Father, help me. This person's trying to take me away. And then an old man whose name is Father walks in and says, you know, calms the kid down or whatever. Random thing that is around Father. Can you take a random guess as to what it is? Like, who is this Father character?
I have no idea. Never played Fallout.
So,
is it the mother?
The idea is, no, that would be hilarious, but no.
No. Father is actually your son.
Whoa. Father claims to be your son.
I'm going with that he's your son.
Right, this is the thing, because
Like...
I was sat there thinking, I was like, hang on, he's the leader of the Institute, which is designed to manipulate people.
Yep.
Like, that's what they do, they manipulate people so that they can survive.
Yeah.
He would be, of course he would tell you he's your son. It gets you instantly on side.
Yeah, like, I think that's how most people will justify working with the Institute. But, I mean, obviously, people can sit there and be like, no, he's not actually your son. Like, this is just a load of shit.
Yeah, this is the thing. You could say that, but then... Right, either he could be your son, and there's a bit, Mike, where he gets old and dies.
Yeah. That's like almost the end.
But then you're there thinking, right, so it's either he's my son, or... he's just an evil robot guy in charge of the Institute. And that kid in the box is my son. Or another kid is my son.
But,
now, if that's the case...
Just off theory here. Again, never played. What if neither of them are your son and your son is actually dead?
This is another thing that happens as well. You have these things where it's like, oh yeah, we modeled the synth off your son. But the thing is, Mike, is that once the Institute has been like pretty much destroyed, as you're finishing it off, this kid runs up to you and is like, Dad, save me.
Yep.
And bear in mind that if you're playing Brotherhood of Steel, you're doing this thing where you're trying to destroy all synths. Just get rid of them all. You're like, right, let's get rid of all of them and then we're good.
Pretty good. Yes.
This kid runs up to you and goes, save me. And I crumbled. I was like, fine, I'll save you. And then I was there thinking, wait a second, I've just allowed a synth to go back into the world, or I've potentially allowed one synth back into the world, so he's going to make another institute. And so you're there like, is it my son? Is it not my son? I don't know. I can't take the risk of blowing my son's brains out.
My funny...
But was your wife a synth?
No, your wife died.
So then it's not your son.
No, but you can't tell.
That's not how...
You can't tell.
Nope.
That's the whole thing
how that
of
works.
the story is, like, he got taken from cryo, and you don't know how much time passed from when he got taken to when you woke up. So it's like, the old man could be your son, or... Yeah.
Or the kid, or anyone could be your son.
So, my thing that I was laughing about while I was playing Fallout 4... when I was siding with the Brotherhood of Steel, is you reach a point where one of your companions, Paladin Dance, he's like this gun-ho Brotherhood of Steel guy. Turns out he's actually a synth from the Institute. Okay, but he's in the Brotherhood of Steel. Like he is like, he'll die for the Brotherhood, but Brotherhood finds out. They're like, no.
You've got to assume he's got some sort of programming in there.
Yeah.
That'll kick in at a certain point. But it's just that's another thing. It's you go through it and it's like they've got loads of different people around the world brainwashed and sleeper agents, and you're just like, who do I trust? Who do I trust?
So
no one.
The thing I laughed about was when you're doing that bit when you have to go and find Dance and either execute him or let him go. If you choose to let him go, you walk outside and Elder Maxon's right there. He's just like, I told you to kill him, and then he's just sitting there rambling on how synths are bad and you need to kill him, and your guy just says one thing to him. And Elder Maxon just flips a switch like that. It's like, okay, I'll hear you out. Like he went on this. He just went on like a huge like monologue about how synths are bad and how Paladin Dance needs to die because he's like everything that the Brotherhood hates, and if he lives, then all of that. And then your guy just like, hey, you need to hear me out. Or whatever he said, and Elder Maxon.
Right. I changed my mind.
He's just like, dude, okay, I'll hear you out. And he's just like, okay, fine.
You're right.
And then he's just like, okay, you can leave, but if I ever see you, or you ever talk to anybody who's in the Brotherhood, I'm killing you. And that's it. That's where it was just funny that he flipped on a dime, like, boom, done. Okay, what?
Video game mechanics.
Maybe he's a robot. Maybe
Elder Maxon's a synth.
I spend all my time, as soon as I got into that sort of dynamic of are they, aren't they synths? Aren't they going to screw me over? I spent the whole game worrying about people that I met and being like, well, he looks like a super mutant, but maybe there's a super mutant synth now.
It was I mean, there are a couple of times in the beginning where there's one case in Diamond City where the guy's just like, you see two guys, they're sitting there arguing. He's like, this isn't my brother, he's a synth. And then one of the guards walks up, blows the one guy's brains out, and then it's just like, oh. But then there's a couple of other times where, you'll be walking and like, I forgot where I was exactly, but there was identical people. I was just like, what's going on here? So one of them had a gun. He was pointing it at the other one. And I was just like, what's going on here? And it was clear one of them was a synth, but you don't know which one. All right. I found out that whichever one you choose. So like, let's say, I killed the one who had the gun. Okay. I killed him, and then I started, like, the one guy who I saved, he started acting a little weird. Like, he was just walking. He's like, I don't want to talk right now. I'm just like, this is weird. I think he might be a synth. So I followed him. It was really boring. It took about, I think I followed him for, like, maybe 20 minutes, I think. I don't know. It was a lot longer than I should have. Anyways, he ended up dying from some ghouls. So I was just like, oh, wait, I can go up to his body. Walked up to his body, and he had synth components in it.
Oh.
So I killed the human, and I was just like, oh, no.
What is life?
Load game. I'm so sorry.
So it is funny that, like, there's random synths sleeping randomly in that game where it's just like, you don't know if it's a synth or not. Like, really, the only synths that you know are synths are, like, Nick Valentine, who's one of your companions. You can turn one of your other companions, Curie, into a synth, and then you can bang her like I did. But it is kind of fun having that whole, like, you don't know who's going to screw you over or what's going to happen. But yeah.
Yeah, that game, we went full on into that game because I've been desperate to find someone's opinion on that.
Once I finish these last two playthroughs, then we'll have to dive back into it again because, like, right now on the railroad ending, I'm siding with the railroad, and they love synths. Yeah. They're like, no, synths are humans, and it's just like, but they're robots. But okay, I guess they have free will. I guess
Tyler wants to continue to be a robot Nazi.
no, no. So, but yeah, so I'm almost done with Fallout 4. I got
Nice.
a couple of random achievements. I went through, found all the stupid bobbleheads. That was fun. Actually, IGN's guide on their website is actually I know, but it's actually pretty helpful because it's an interactive map.
Oh,
So you can
okay.
change
Good
it
job.
from like what safe places, or you can just find the bobbleheads. So it was really easy.
Nice.
And then let's see, what else do I got? And then I just have the DLC, and I gotta kill the Mechanist and stop.
I thought you were gonna kill him like
I
first.
I know I have to. I keep saying
Get
that
on
I'm
it
going
this
to.
week.
This week I will. Because he's beginning to become a pain in the ass because he keeps attacking my guys, and it's just like, leave him alone.
Stop it.
Like I've completely stopped caring about my settlements. I'm just trying to do these story modes things right now. So, but and speaking of settlements, I actually jumped back onto another game related to Fallout. Benny, you'd love this game, Fallout Shelter.
Are you gonna
and-
try and 1,000 that game because
I
it's
am.
so painful?
I am. But unfortunately, my one load that I had, I was really far in it. I had one room type left to build. And then I finally unlocked that, and I built that room, and I didn't get the achievement for building all of the rooms.
Oh, sad face.
So I was just like, okay. Then there was another achievement: make 25 babies. I have made well over 50 babies, and I still do not have that achievement. So
Why?
I don't know. So I have decided to make a new vault and just
Oof.
start over.
I mean, your legendary
it's-
dwellers count across plays, but
Yeah, it's. I was just like, I don't know
gross.
what's going on, and I was just like, I'm just gonna restart.
So on the mobile version of that game, there used to be a thing when you started the game where if you only, so you get those little tutorial missions and the little challenge things, and you get like 3 or 4 of them. 3, isn't
Yeah.
it? You get 3 of them, and they're really easy at the beginning of the game.
Mhm.
So it used to be the case that if you completed one of those initial tutorial challenges, but not any of the others, then it would constantly cycle the easy ones.
Oh.
And there was a possibility to get lunchboxes in those easy ones, so you could basically grind lunchboxes from doing easy challenges.
That's an interesting
Now-
way.
That's something you've got to be very careful with, and I don't know if that still works, so I won't recommend you do that just as a tactic. But if you can, that's kind of
Yeah.
a naughty way to get up, because it took so much time and so much effort and a little bit
Yeah.
of money for me to get those flipping legendary dwellers.
Yeah, I did look at Vault Tech boxes, the packs that you can buy, and I was just like, I know Ben had a hell of a time with this. Should I just buy this $20 thing and get like 40 of those lunch boxes? But
It will not be enough.
yeah,
I
so I
warn
was
you
just
now,
like,
it is not enough.
So I held off, and I just, I'm still going at the game.
Have you seen the achievement guide? Have you seen it?
No, I haven't.
So there's a thing you can do where you load it on your computer.
Mhm.
You turn off the auto update on your clock on your computer,
Okay.
and then you start your vault. You move the clock forward 1 week, collect the free lunchbox,
Okay.
move it back to the time, and then you can open the lunchbox or something like that. So basically, you keep cycling through that week forward, week back thing, and getting the free lunchboxes. But it takes hours of doing that. I'm talking hours. This is
That doesn't sound
not going to be a fun thing to do.
Yeah, that doesn't sound fun. I kind of want to just play the game and
You
do
can
that.
do that. That's perfectly
So,
doable,
I
especially if you
think-
have other achievements left to get.
yeah, I think I'm gonna just do that, cause just play the game. And I mean, I like playing games like that where you can come back and,
Yep.
come back after like
Right.
20 minutes or whatever. So, but yeah, so that was our Fallout talk, and that is what I have been playing. So on to Mikey. Mike?
Yeah.
Okay.
I'll take it over. First, I want to discuss mine and Ben's fail of a stream last week for Monster
We
Hunter.
failed hard.
So hard. It was actually due to my internet, I found out. Had some modem issues.
Not Ben's?
Got that sorted. Yep. So that is taken care of this week.
Yes.
So we will be back with some more streaming.
Woo.
But I did play some Monster Hunter. We did kill an Androrath, which is a big flying T-Rex
How cool was that fight, by the way, at the end?
Man, that was so... We had maybe... This is why I'm so sad that the stream failed because of the internet. Me and Ben were on top of the tree fighting this thing. It was limping like crazy. We're so close to it. Out of nowhere, a flying dragon comes down, picks it up, and drops it off of the tree. Me and Ben both jumped down and hit it like a couple times, and it was dead.
It was
Random
amazing.
help
It was so
around
incredible.
half the map. We'd taken it
Yeah.
up this tree. We fought it in this nest. We were kicking its ass. I was almost out of all my good ammos. And then this dragon just out of nowhere completely jumps on him.
Nowhere.
It's like, what's up, guys?
It's like, oh, here, I'll drop this for you.
Yeah. It was a
Nailed
beautiful,
it.
beautiful moment.
Oh,
Very nice.
And I wish we were streaming it, but the stream should be better now.
Should be.
Thanks, Spectrum.
If you don't know who that is,
Yeah, you're
lucky.
not in America. Yeah, well, that too. But we will be doing more Monster Hunter. That game is some serious fun.
Yeah.
I love it. Then I jumped on to just Need for Speed. Again, I like to have that one single player where I can just drive around and do stuff. Slowly chipping away at that one. I think I'm at 700 gamer score in it. So
Yeah.
the
About
rest
same
is
as
all
me.
collectibles. Yeah, it's all collectibles. So
good.
just going through. Then I did a little game of Siege with Benny.
It's
That
fun,
was-
that game. It is fun.
Oh man.
I've got a new operator. I've got one of the brand new ones. One of the ones that
Yep.
Oh boy.
I've got.
What was his name?
It's I can't
Gustav.
remember.
Yeah.
Damn it. It's
I
the
can't-
guy who drops the poison barbs.
Yep.
And
It's Gustav.
It's not Gustav. Shush. he's like Chinese looking. There's no way he's
Yeah.
Gustav.
Yeah.
Wang.
Yeah.
Just walks around with a cigarette out of his mouth. It's awesome.
Yeah.
His name is
He's
Wang.
really good fun. He's really good fun. But that is the thing
Yeah.
that draws me in with Siege is the different ways that your gameplay changes when you've got these different operators. And how
Yep.
all they have to do is add add a map or two, and add a new 2 operators, new 4 operators, and all of a sudden the meta changes. So
Oh yeah.
I got absolutely dicked on by a mirror over the last week. I
Yeah.
was outside this room. I was like, right, I'm gonna cause some pain. I'm gonna get myself sorted out, burst through this door, and kill some fools. And then all I see is this little window pop through the wall next to me, and I'm like, oh no. And then it burst open, and I got shot full of bullets. I was like, oh, that's rough. But this is the
Yep.
thing. I thought I was safe on the other side of this wall. I thought, well, they've already reinforced this. They're not going to be able to do anything through there. They can't shoot through it.
Right.
So yeah, it's really cool, that game. I'm going to
It's
continue
good
to
fun.
play. I'm very excited for the 9th.
Yeah. 6th.
6th.
It is March 6th.
Even
Yeah,
better.
March 6th.
Even better.
Yep. I was just about to bring this up. Is the new co-op mode? It is 3-player. It's called Outbreak, where you're fighting these zombie creature things.
Oh boy.
Yeah, and it is a month-long, I guess, challenge. Yeah, we'll call it a challenge. It is a timed event, so
Oh my.
it will only be available for a month. We will definitely be streaming that.
Yes.
We will be playing the hell out of it coming this next month. I'm very excited for it. It looks like so much fun. And I watched a lot of Let's Plays on that one. So go check out Achievement Hunter's Let's Play on that one. It's really good.
Mm-hmm.
And then I moved on to what will be the easiest completion of this year. The Station
Oh
takes 18 to 20 minutes to complete.
Jesus.
yes. Wow. That's
Now, I watched the video separately and then played the game while running the video again. I was done in about 21 minutes
Wow.
with the video, like pausing and rewatching. Yeah. So I bet if I had watched the video twice before playing the game, I could have memorized everything and ran through it in probably about 18 minutes.
That's pretty good.
Yeah. Only thing that's bad about it is the price tag of $15.
Ooh.
Yeah. Paid $15 for 20-minute completion.
You paid $15 for 1,000 Gs. That's what you paid.
Yeah.
That's what I did. Yeah,
That's
what I did.
That's rough.
This
that was rough.
This is why I miss the game rental service that used to be around, where you could just rent these games, because that would be a grade A example of a game that you would only rent.
One that you rent.
Yeah.
Yep. Sadly, I believe it is digital only. So.
Okay.
Yep. Then last week I talked about I only had one achievement left in Madden, and I got it. So Madden 18 is done and gone. Not gone. It's still there.
Did you hate the long shot by the time you finished it?
By the time I finished it, yes.
Yeah.
Because of how finicky the achievement is, it either works where you can replay 2 of the sections and it'll pop, and if that doesn't work, you have to replay the entire thing. Yeah. And you can't mess up. If you mess up once, you have to replay everything.
That's gross.
So guess what happened for me? I had to replay everything.
Mike sucked.
That's gross.
Yeah. Had to replay it twice. That was awful. The guides on TA are pretty good though for it. Yeah, but Madden, it's Madden. It's done. And moving on to the biggest thing of the week for me, definitely Fortnite Battle Royale. Mm-hmm. Holy cow. I got sucked into this game real bad, guys.
Yep.
Season 3 started this week, and I bought the Season 3 Battle Pass.
Oh, my God.
Yep, that was... Actually, I don't know how much it was. I think it was $20.
Too much.
Yeah.
Too much is probably the answer.
Yeah. I bought like an upgraded one, so it was probably like $20-$25. I really can't remember. But basically, this pass allows you, as you go up in levels, and there's like basic challenges, like daily challenges, like eliminate 5 people, and you'll get 5 stars, right? Whatever. This pass gives you more challenges that you can do, like go to this specific area and kill 3 people, or go find like there's a statue of a llama, a crab, and something else. Can't remember, but you have to go visit each one of those, and then you get more medals towards what will be the final one. If you get all the way to level 100 or whatever it is, you get a John Wick outfit.
Oh my God.
Oh.
So that is, yeah.
That's
my goal.
It.
Yep. I saw that and I clicked purchase. That's why I didn't care what the price was.
Oh my God.
So my goal is to get all the way to the end. Now they did these new all of this is brand new. These challenges did not exist in season 2. All of this is brand new with season 3. Mm-hmm. So they're constantly adding more stuff to this game, and it is so much fun, and it plays so well. I mean, the shooting from when me and Ben first played is a million times better. It is accurate. They've added a bunch of tweaks to guns. In fact, just with this season 3, they added a hand cannon, a Desert Eagle. It is ridiculous. So that's usually the first thing you'll find sometimes, or if you're lucky enough. But I've never had more fun playing that game. And I've come in... It gets frustrating because I've been in the top 10 or top 5 almost every single game I've played. But then someone just comes out of nowhere and they get a rocket launcher that they found in a chest. Whereas I'm like a really good sniper rifle and an assault rifle. Just slowly, methodically picking off people, but they get a rocket launcher and win.
And boom.
So
yeah.
The trick is to not eat the rockets, Mike.
So
yeah, that's that rocket blast is something fierce.
Yeah. I
Yeah.
got a question for you though, Mike.
Yeah.
PUBG or Fortnite?
Fortnite 100%.
Okay.
Yeah. PUBG at the all right, let me revise that. Are you talking PUBG on Xbox or PUBG on PC?
Xbox.
Xbox 100% Fortnite.
Okay.
PUBG on the Xbox is damn near unplayable for me.
Okay.
Just the frame rate, it bothers me every single time I turn around and there's tears going down my screen. Yeah, it looks so bad in 4K because it's not 4K.
Not 4K.
So when I'm running on an X and then there's that and it's screen tearing and you can see, if you have a capture device, you're running at like 25 frames a second. Like at its peak, it's running at 25 frames a second. That's so bad. It's bad. So unplayable. And Fortnite, you can just get in there, run. And this is the thing with Fortnite too, is let's say you drop in, you do a challenge, and then you die. Within 30 seconds, you're back and in a game. With PUBG, if you land and then just someone lands before you, kills you, you're talking another 5 minutes before you're back in a game.
Ew.
You're right. So it's a lot of in between.
Okay.
A lot of
Fortnite
time
is
spent
just
not playing.
Just not playing anything.
Yeah.
Whereas Fortnite, and here's the other thing: those challenges aren't in PUBG. There's no other reason to play PUBG except for getting a chicken dinner, which I've already gotten. Hey. So, to me, I've done everything PUBG has to offer at this time. Challenge wise, or there's no achievements, but
completed
all the objectives. Yeah, I did it exactly.
Good job.
I got the chicken dinner. There's nothing else. Whereas Fortnite, I can be John Wick if I keep playing towards that level, right?
And they've got you.
Yep,
they got you 100%. They got the hooks. Turns out my youngest brother is absolutely insane with it. He has he has over, I think, 30 solo wins.
Yep.
And then another 46 or 50 squad wins.
Yeah.
He's absolutely insane with it.
He's
maybe we'll get him on sometime to talk about it.
That would actually be kind of fun because it's weird. Yeah. As much as he doesn't really play video games, every so often there will be that one game he just jumps into and he tears it.
Yep. And Fortnite's it.
Yeah. What was the last game that he did? I think it was Gears.
Gears.
Yeah.
Gears. Yeah.
But it's
so fun. if you want a nice victory win, come play with me in some Fortnite. I'll take you there.
Or play with our little brother.
Yeah.
He'll get you there faster.
I'll just use him. But Benny, what have you been playing?
So
kind of excited to hear some things.
We've already talked about the games of Siege. We've talked about the Monster Hunter gloriousness.
Yes.
Yep.
So I'll talk about the most relevant game first. I've started my Kingdom Come Deliverance.
Oh boy.
Yeah. So I haven't done that much yet because I got really stuck on one of the early sections.
Very promising.
Yeah.
Good start.
As it turns out, this is not a difficult thing.
Okay.
But
okay.
Right. So. You go in, you start playing this game, and then your little idyllic town gets attacked by the big bad guys, as you would expect.
Right,
so
as you do.
You end up having to run away, and I was running away, and so there's a couple of things I can talk about with this, because there are some fun things that have happened that I was like, oh crap.
Okay.
So, there's this bit where you're running down the side of your castle, and you've got to get a horse and ride off to the next town, sort of thing, the next little village.
Right.
I got on the horse, I rode through, and then it starts this cutscene where this archer shoots you in the leg.
Okay.
Uh-huh.
He's like a horse archer, and you're like, oh crap! So you're riding away from him and his mates, and they're shooting arrows at you as you're doing it. And earlier on, just before, it tells you that if you hold A while on the horse, it'll canter, but it will follow the path. If you just hold A, it'll follow the path.
Right. Okay.
So I was like, okay, hold A, it's going middle speed, and it'll follow the path. Turns out, middle speed, not enough to get away from the archers. They just shoot you full of arrows. So I thought, right, I'll double tap A, which is to start doing the full on,
gallop.
Yeah, gallop.
Yep.
Thank you.
Wow. Yeah, you're welcome.
Horse turns.
Did not know you were into horses.
Yep.
But yeah, so you start galloping, and I thought, right, if I double tap that and hold A after that, it'll still hold the line, and it does.
Oh.
But
oh boy, there's a but.
If you don't press forward on the left analog stick, it doesn't go at full speed. So I was holding this button, just going along this line, and just getting shot full of arrows, and I'm like, what the hell? So I got murdered twice by this just along the road. Like, right, I'm galloping. He's not going fast enough to lose his archer. So I thought it was one of those horrible beginning of game bugs where it's just screwing you.
Yeah.
So yeah, that was rough. I got out of that though. So just before that though, just before you get your horse, you see this like woman getting attacked by 3 blokes, and you're like, okay. And I was looking at them, and I was like thinking, that looks a bit weird. Why are they not just like killing her? So I was thinking, okay, but I've got a sword, but I'm kind of weak, and there's 3 of them, and not just that, but it looks like she's just gonna get killed, to be honest.
Yeah.
I get to this other village. I sit down and I start having this conversation with the Lord's lady, and she's talking about stuff, and we're going through things, and I'm telling her everything that's happened. Then it's like, oh yeah, and I saw this woman, and she was about to get raped, and I'm like, what? Like, oh my god! I was like, I just thought that was just going to be one of those little things that you walk past, and it's like, and the guy's like, yeah, I chose not to help her because there was 3 of them, and I had a sword, and I'm like, that wasn't how it was. I thought they were just capturing her. I thought she was going to be like a slave or something, and it's, oh my god.
Jesus.
Oh my god.
So that was rough.
Yeah, that sounds rough.
That's about as far as I've gotten so far, but that game is already looking like it's going to be full of some really funny stories. I can already see it coming. It's going to be one of those, because of its lack of polish, it's going to be really good fun to talk about, especially. So that's Kingdom Come Deliverance so far. That will get played a bit more of.
So should I put it on the list?
Let me get further.
Okay.
I can't say yet. I haven't played enough. The fighting mechanic's a bit strange. I'm undecided about that yet.
Okay.
The only other game I've played this week has been The Sims again. Do we want a new update?
How many children did you get taken away?
My children are young adults now, so they don't get taken away.
Oh, okay.
But
they just hate you.
No, they're pretty good. So I've got one who's he's like quite high level in the tech guru career, so I had to choose whether he became an esports gamer or a like entrepreneur guy. I was so tempted to go esports gamer, but I've gone entrepreneur.
Okay.
Yeah.
I think I've got a feeling that will be a way to get more money.
Probably.
Yeah.
And seeing as I've been pretty much saving up everything, and I've almost got 100 grand, and I need to get 1 million in that game.
Jesus.
Oh, jeez.
So that's going to take a bit of doing. I do now I've gotten a couple of achievements for getting people to the top level in certain skills, so I'm working on a few more skills. And one of my Sims has got there's a thing called aspirations, where it's little challenges that you've got to fulfill that go up in 4 levels. When you finish the 4th level, you get a load of lifetime happiness point things, which you can then spend on traits that make you even make it less ridiculous. So you know, like ones where you barely have to eat or barely have to sleep, or make much better paintings or music or whatever. It's really cool. It's a cool little mechanic, and I've managed to get through 2 of his aspirations so far. This is 2 of the top level ones, so I'm trying to get him a 3rd one now. He's going to become a violin maestro.
Oh, cool.
Oh,
yeah,
fancy.
Cool.
So yeah.
So would you recommend buying that?
I think yes. I think it's in a genre almost all on its own.
Okay.
You
I might
don't
pick that up.
you get your builder games, but they don't have.
I believe it's on sale this week, Tyler.
Oh.
And I think it goes away on Tuesday. So if you're gonna buy it, I would look at it tonight.
Yeah, get on it quick. But yeah, it's been really fun so far, that game. I didn't think it would be, but it has been. It's been a lot more streamlined than the previous Sims I played. And it is just good fun. And also, girls like it too, so, it gets people involved.
Yeah. Well, speaking of it, guess what's out now? That sale on The Sims. EA has a sale until Tuesday.
Okay.
A lot of stuff bundled together, so go check that out. But two remasters or remakes were announced this week.
Oh boy.
Turok 1 and 2 with achievements. They're not out now, but they are coming.
Okay.
So keep an eye out.
Okay. Interested.
Yep. And Burnout Paradise Remastered.
Ooh.
So
oh no.
I don't know how I feel about this, because I wanted Burnout Revenge done. Right? I want
Yeah.
that totally remastered, totally remade for the new consoles. So, my theory is everyone buys this, they'll go back and do Burnout Revenge next from the ground up. So I'm going to buy this one anyway with just the hopes that Burnout Revenge
You hope
will
that
happen.
one purchase will
With
make
the
them
hope.
go do it.
Yeah. Hey, you never
Guys,
know.
guys,
you know?
go do
He
it.
bought it.
Do it.
Do it. Someone's just gonna be sitting there. He bought it. Let's do it.
Yeah. Now this one does say remastered, so
Okay.
I'm hoping they tweaked a couple things, but we'll see. And for what's out now, one we missed about a week ago or two, the Fall Part 2, Unbound. Not as easy of 1,000 as the first part. So stay clear until there's a fast guide out.
Yeah.
Right now it's sitting at about 3,000 TA.
Okay. That's
So I would stay clear. It is on sale for a bundle this week for about $15.
okay.
So
So maybe
that's for 1 and 2.
okay. So if you don't
maybe just purchase that and then don't touch the second one until the full guide comes out from someone or somewhere.
yeah.
And then
Get on it, guys.
Macca. Metal Gear Survive came out last week, and I don't know if any of you have any interest in it, but
I don't think I've seen enough to.
I've heard mixed things.
Okay.
I've heard some people just shit on it. I've heard some people say, it's not bad.
Okay.
So
I'll have to do some research.
it's Metal Gear, yeah. It reminds me honestly of Siege Outbreak, even though Siege Outbreak will be after it. So we'll see. Maybe I'll jump on it.
Maybe.
Maybe.
Yeah.
We'll see.
But that's it for episode 18 of the Entirely X Gaming podcast. Thank you so much for listening, and we'll be back next week with some more Fortnite talk because Ben's going to play with me, right,
It's
Ben?
installed now. It's ready. It's good.
See, we have it on tape. That's why I had to say it. It's on tape.
I could probably jump on with you guys.
See, look at this.
Ooh, we're starting to get a posse together.
Oh boy.
Yeah. So, hey, Benny, where can people check out our pictures of the victories we're going to have?
It's going to be at entirely_X or on the Insta, which is Tay.
Entirely _X_gaming_podcast.
And you can also check out the Facebook group, facebook.com/entirelyxgaming. And don't forget about our YouTube, where we will be posting all of these lovely streams that we have together.
Yes.
Just go to youtube.com and type in entirelyx, and we'll pop up.
Hopefully.
So,
One quick point.
What? What's that?
For any of you who are using an Android device or have intentions to get an Android device, we had a question come in where people were asking how to find the podcast on an Android device. Now, I did look into this because for myself, I use an Android device, and I was trying to find what the easiest way was to get this podcast available to you on it. Stitcher, an app called Stitcher that is out there, is probably the best option that I've come across. And it's
Google Play is we're not that high up in downloads. So help us out, guys.
This is something that's interesting because Google Play I couldn't find it.
Yeah, we're on it. You gotta search pretty hard.
I searched Stitcher. We're there. We're
stay
right
tuned.
at the top. Entirely X. If you want to find us on Stitcher. But yeah, carry on with the sign outs.
Yeah, well, that's it for me. I'll look into that more for next week, and hopefully we'll have a fix.
All right.
But just remember, I like turtles.
I like trains.
And I got a rock.